What's up guys, welcome back. My name is Lorenz. I'm training and teaching out of Gracie, Vienna with my friend Eddie, who just fixed his hair perfectly just for you guys. So let me show you an outside heel hook which connects to the position we talked about the last two videos. Okay, I showed you straight ankle lock and I showed you how to enter the legs in a very basic way from butterfly guard. We're gonna enter the same position and now we're gonna use the fact that he will boot his foot, which is a typical defense against the straight ankle lock, right? I showed you how to bend it and still attack it, but if it's really strong and you can't bend the foot, you can just take the heel and attack the heel hook instead. Just a warning to the white belts, that's illegal for you, okay? Actually, it's illegal for most of you until you're brown or black belts. But it doesn't hurt to know and learn it a bit earlier so we know what's up, okay? Good. So we start with a 2-on-1 grip. It's the same entry I showed last time. You can check the video, the part 2 of the ankle lock, where I enter here, I bring him up, I bring him overhead, I enter Ashigarami on this side, and now I sit his ass down to the floor, or his hip down to the floor. Okay, good. Let's wait a second here. So, once I start wrapping his ankle lock and shifting my hip out, like I showed you guys, he probably is gonna extend the foot in and really put on a solid boot, okay? And now we talked about shrimping the hip back and still trying to overpower him with the elbow and hip position. But we have another choice here, right? The thing is, the more he flexes his foot, the more the heel is available, okay? So it's kind of the opposite. For the ankle lock, he wants to defend by doing this. For the heel hook, he would have to go here, ballerina foot, which would help me for the ankle lock. So it's always a dilemma in a sense, right? I'm here, he's booting. That means I can start catching the heel directly with my opposite hand, get my elbow back to his toes. This should be similar to the ankle lock that I talked about. And then I'm gonna get my elbow close to my body and put my wrist underneath his heel. Okay, that's one way of entering an outside heel hook here. Now, let's talk about the gripping and the pressure that we have to put here, okay? Guys, a very classic mistake is that guys try to hook with the elbow, the crook of the elbow. And there's a lot of space, turn a bit. There's a lot of space between my elbow and my body, okay? I could finish here maybe, but if Edo is smart, he's gonna ballerina foot, turn the heel in, and he's gonna slip this very easily, okay? So, we enter the straight ankle, he puts on the boot. We feel like, okay, we can't bend the foot, no, keep it strong. I release a bit, I catch the heel, I draw my elbow back to my body, and I'm gonna hook it with my wrist, okay? Look how I put it on my wristwatch, okay? Not towards my elbow. Once I'm here, okay, to make it even tighter, I really recommend getting your elbow even closer to your body. I'm just thinking about putting a lot of weight on his toes. So the toes are really wedged tightly between my elbow and my ribs. If he tries to ballerina foot here, it's very hard, okay? Now, actually, there's a little drill you can do here. So some of the Danaher guys teach, where we throw this foot over and we just practice our finishing mechanics with one foot on the outside hip and just one hand underneath the heel, elbow tied to the body. If I can raise his heel and close my knee here and push my hip in, there should be a lot of pressure on his knee already without me connecting or crossing or anything here. So this is something you can just build into your drilling. Once we're here, right, and he extends the foot and I catch the heel and I get really tight and heavy over the toes, I throw this foot over, I look at my wristwatch, I raise my hand up to my face and I close my knee here and I push my hip through. Now in real life, you're gonna probably cross your ankles, get either palm to palm or a wrist to wrist grip and really lock it in tight, put weight over the toes, and now you're gonna go away from him. You're gonna look over your shoulder and rip his heel out into this direction, okay? The main mistake here is people try to rotate back to center. That helps him to rotate with us, and now we're in this kind of position where he might spin out of the heel hook, which is not good, okay? So, I hope you can see the perspective from here. So let's go one more time. We arrive in this position. Check the other two videos to learn more about this, but I try to go straight ankle lock. He really puts in a hard and solid boot, okay? I open the gap and I reach for the heel so he can't slip it immediately. I draw my elbow back behind me. This brings his heel up and yeah, he feels it, I can tell, okay? I hook it with my wristwatch and now again, look, it's very important. If I stay at the sharp point of my elbow, it's easy to slip for him. If I overdo it and go to my shoulder, he can lift the hip and again slip it. So I have to kind of lie on this part of my triceps to make it really tight. So I get this in, I close my elbow, I put weight over my triceps, and now the toes are stuck. There should be a lot of weight over his toes. Now I look at my wristwatch, and again, I would like to release this foot to the outside and back heel on his hip. Put downward pressure, like inward pressure like this. Raise close hip, and already you should feel a lot of pressure. If you really want to go hardcore, we're going to connect right here. We're going to cross our ankles in this fashion. I'm going to go even lower here, and I'm going to kind of push my hip in and rip the heel out behind me. Behind me, not to the center, which would be a bit more easy to defend for him, okay? So that's just the basic idea, how we can use the thread of the ankle lock when he defends to catch the heel quickly, and then we can practice our finishing mechanics just one-armed, one-handed, and then we can go for the real finish out here, okay? So that's just for you guys to get to know the position and the submission. There's much more to be learned here, but for now, let's leave it at that. And if you have any questions or want to see anything else that I might show to you, then please let us know in the comments. And subscribe, very important. Please subscribe, okay?
And like.
And like as well.
And share.
And share, if you like, and subscribe, okay? Thank you.